Hello everyone. Today I would like to make a video about Chevy Cruze. Um, the car had a rough idle, kind of misfiring and rough idling when you come to the traffic stop. What it was in lean condition, which means there was like air fuel mixture wasn't right. And it had a code for P0171, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. System 2 lean and bank 1 system 2 lean. Since it's a 4-cylinder engine, bank 1 means the same thing. It doesn't have a bank 2. Bank 2 is on V6 cars. Anyways, long story short, if you have the same situation, and first thing you want to check on these cars is the valve cover gasket. In my case, it was already been replaced. How you check it, there's a positive crankcase, I believe, diaphragm in here. When you start the car, you put your finger up here, you're gonna hear whistling noise from this spot, and when you put your finger down here, your engine gonna act differently and you're gonna feel like it's sucking air from there. In normal condition, no air is supposed to go through that hole, and if you see that it's normal, that's not the case. It has two more PCV valves on this engine. One is down here where this hose goes into the intake, and follow the same hose, comes down here. That is the second PCV valve. So this is the hose, goes all the way up there and goes in there. So one PCV valve on the intake, one PCV valve down here. So this is the hose. I can show it to you. The PCV valve is in here. As you see, it's supposed to let the air go in one direction. So if first we check this one. If this one is good, you take this hose off. While doing that, be really careful so you don't break this fragile hose, air hose. Once you take it out, look down from this into the intake. It's built into the intake. So if you see like orange, like let's call it nipple, use your flashlight just to look down there. If you see orange nipple in there, or maybe it's just dirty and it looks black, but it's gonna be like kind of little thing comes out. So if you see that in there, it's pointing this way. If you put your flashlight, it's gonna be, you're gonna see the point of it in the intake. If you see in there, that means your intake is good. If you don't see anything in there, that means it broke off and you're gonna need new intake. But if that one is good, check this hose, remove it, and after you remove this, clean this part a little bit with the paper towel or something. Then put your mouth in there and blow it, and you're gonna see it's gonna stop the air. It's not gonna let it go. It's gonna come out this way. It's not gonna go back in there. So if you blow it and it stops the air going, it stops the air from going into the intake. It lets it out but doesn't let it go back in. If you see you can blow the air through this hose, that means this hose is bad. You got to replace it. Let me show you the part number for this stuff, and I've already replaced mine. This is the price for it with the tax, $85.44 from the dealer, and this is the part number. And anyways, another thing, if you don't know how to check this one is the same way. It's not gonna supposed to let the air come out, like go in, you know. If you blow this intake through this hole, you're gonna try to blow it, you're gonna see the air is not supposed to go in there. It's supposed to come out from the intake. If it goes easily in there into the intake, that means that PCV valve is bad in the intake, so you have to replace the intake. So after I replaced mine, everything was good, but the RPM was going up and down, up and down. So the car kind of learned air leak into the ECM, you know. It kind of made the car running in that way. After I replaced it, the car was trying to learn it, you know. So I had to use my scan tool to relearn the idle position. After that, everything was good. I let the car idle for a little while, and everything was good. It didn't shudder, it didn't misfire anything, nothing. So another thing you want to check, if everything is good, you want to check for smoke test and see if there's any air leak. Let's say from one of these hoses. I originally had some air leak from this hose over here. I had to tighten this screw, and now there's no air leaks. Air leaks can be from here, from here, from here, or from your valve cover itself. You know, maybe your gasket is leaking lots of oil. If you see lots of grease and oil coming down from your valve cover gasket, there's a possibility that your valve cover gasket is leaking, and there's the air leak into the system. So check for those, and hopefully you get to fix your car. As I said, I already did replace this hose. I didn't know about this, and I had to Google it and figure it out, because first of all, I had the leak from there, and I fixed that issue. It fixed some of my problems, but it was still shuddering. It wasn't idling properly, and I had to dig and search more and finally figure out what was the problem. And I also changed the evap valve. That was bad as well. So what I did on this car, I fixed that air leak, I replaced the evap, I replaced this hose. This was already replaced. And what else I did? Yeah, that was basically it. I did run smoke tests. It had the air leak just in there. That was it. And I did relearn the idling position. After that, everything was fine. And these are possible causes that you might have with your car, possible problems that leads you to lean condition and misfiring. Good luck. Thank you.